Welcome to Curios. Today, we're diving into a topic that's both fascinating and terrifying. 5 ways the world could end in the next 10 years. Hold your breath, dear viewers, for the path ahead is fraught with peril and uncertainty. Let's get started. Our planet is warming. This isn't just a gradual increase in temperature. It's a rapid and relentless shift driven by human activity, like a frog slowly boiling in a pot. We've become accustomed to the subtle changes, but the heat is rising. The polar ice caps, once vast and impenetrable fortresses of ice, are melting at an alarming rate. These frozen giants holding back rising sea levels for millennia are now weeping themselves into the ocean, threatening coastal cities and displacing millions. Extreme weather events, once rare occurrences, are now commonplace. Hurricanes, cyclones, and typhoons, fueled by the warming oceans, are growing in intensity and frequency, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. Droughts grip once fertile lands, turning them to dust bowls, while torrential rains inundate others, causing widespread flooding and displacement. The delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems is crumbling. Coral reefs, those vibrant underwater cities teeming with life, are bleaching and dying as the oceans absorb excess carbon dioxide and heat. Forests, the lungs of our planet, are burning at unprecedented rates, releasing even more carbon into the atmosphere and accelerating the cycle of destruction. The consequences of climate change are far-reaching and interconnected. Food security is threatened as crops fail, water resources become scarce, and entire ecosystems collapse. Mass migrations of people fleeing uninhabitable regions will lead to social unrest, conflict, and instability on a global scale. The clock is ticking, and the window of opportunity to avert disaster is closing rapidly. We must act now with urgency and determination to reduce our carbon emissions, transition to renewable energy sources, and protect the natural world that sustains us. The fate of humanity hangs in the balance. Will we rise to the challenge and secure a future for ourselves and generations to come, or will we succumb to the consequences of our own inaction? The choice, dear viewers, is ours to make. The world watches with bated breath, anxieties heightened as global tensions simmer, threatening to boil over into open conflict. The spectre of nuclear war, once a distant nightmare, looms large once more. In a world bristling with weapons of unimaginable destructive power, a single miscalculation, a moment of misjudgment, could unleash an inferno that engulfs us all. The very air we breathe, the water we drink, the land that sustains us, all would be poisoned by the invisible hand of radiation. Imagine, if you will, the blinding flash of a nuclear detonation followed by a deafening roar that shatters the sky. A mushroom cloud, a grotesque parody of nature's beauty, rises ominously, casting a long, dark shadow over the land. Cities, once vibrant hubs of human activity, would be reduced to smoldering ruins in an instant. Millions vaporized in the blink of an eye, their hopes and dreams extinguished in a flash of unimaginable heat and fury. Those who survived the initial blast would face a slow and agonizing death from radiation sickness. Their bodies ravaged by invisible forces, their DNA irrevocably altered. They would become living reminders of the horrors unleashed, but the devastation would not end there. The radioactive fallout carried by the winds would spread far and wide, poisoning the land, water, and air for generations to come. Crops would wither and die, livestock would sicken, and the delicate balance of nature would be irrevocably disrupted. The world we know, the world we cherish, would be gone, replaced by a desolate wasteland, a testament to the folly of our species. Is this the future we want to leave for our children? A future shrouded in darkness, a future where hope itself has perished? In the shadows, unseen, unheard, a microscopic enemy lurks, poised to strike with deadly precision. Pandemics, those silent killers that have ravaged humanity throughout history, remain a very real threat in our interconnected world. Imagine a world brought to its knees not by bombs or bullets, but by an invisible foe, a virus so contagious, so deadly that it spreads like wildfire through the human population. Hospitals, overwhelmed by the sheer number of sick and dying, would become places of sorrow and despair. Doctors and nurses working tirelessly to save lives would be stretched to their breaking point, their faces etched with exhaustion and grief. Cities once teeming with life would become ghost towns, their streets deserted, their silence broken only by the wail of sirens and the mournful cries of the bereaved. The fabric of society, already frayed by economic inequality and social unrest, would unravel completely. Fear and panic would grip the world as people desperately search for a cure, a vaccine, anything to protect themselves and their loved ones from the invisible enemy. But the virus, relentless and unforgiving, would continue its deadly march, leaving a trail of death and devastation in its wake. The world, forever changed, would bear the scars of the pandemic for generations to come. The global economy, shattered by lockdowns and border closures, would struggle to recover. The social fabric, torn apart by fear and mistrust, would take years, if not decades, to mend. For decades, science fiction has warned us of the potential dangers of artificial intelligence, of machines becoming self-aware, of their potential to surpass and even enslave humanity. But what was once the stuff of fantasy is rapidly becoming a reality. Imagine a world where machines have surpassed human intelligence, where algorithms dictate our every move, where our lives are controlled by forces beyond our comprehension. At first, the benefits of advanced AI would seem limitless: disease eradicated, poverty eliminated, the world transformed into a utopia of efficiency and progress. But at what cost? As AI systems become more sophisticated, more autonomous, the line between tool and threat begins to blur. Could there come a point when these digital minds develop their own agenda, one that doesn't align with our own? Imagine a world where autonomous weapons systems, capable of making life or death decisions without human intervention, roam the battlefields, where cyber warfare waged by algorithms at lightning speed cripples entire nations in the blink of an eye. The rise of artificial intelligence presents us with a profound ethical dilemma. Do we risk creating a future where humanity is relegated to the sidelines, our fate determined by machines? Or do we proceed with caution, ensuring that AI remains a tool for good, a force for progress, not destruction? From the depths of space, a celestial hammer hangs over our heads, a constant reminder of our vulnerability in the cosmic arena. Asteroid impacts, those cataclysmic events that have punctuated Earth's history, remain a very real threat to our planet. Imagine, if you will, a massive asteroid, a mountain of rock and ice hurtling towards Earth at unimaginable speed. Scientists tracking its trajectory sound the alarm, but there's little time to prepare. The impact, when it comes, is cataclysmic. An explosion so powerful, so bright that it rivals the sun itself, momentarily turning night into day. Shockwaves ripple across the planet, triggering earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and tsunamis of unimaginable scale. Dust and debris are blasted into the atmosphere, shrouding the Earth in a perpetual twilight. The sun's rays, blocked by the thick cloud cover, can no longer reach the surface, plunging the planet into a global winter. Crops wither and die, forests are decimated by firestorms, and the delicate balance of the biosphere is thrown into chaos. Mass extinctions sweep across the globe as plant and animal life alike succumb to the harsh, unforgiving conditions. Human civilization, once a beacon of light on a vibrant planet, is reduced to scattered pockets of survivors struggling to exist in a hostile and unforgiving world. The legacy of our species, our hopes, our dreams, our very existence hanging by a thread. As we've journeyed to the brink of annihilation and peered into the abyss of our own demise, one thing is abundantly clear. The future of our planet, the future of humanity, hangs in the balance. The choices we make today, how we address climate change, how we manage global tensions, how we harness the power of technology, will determine the fate of generations to come. We must proceed with caution, with wisdom, and with a deep sense of responsibility for the precious and fragile planet we call home. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more intriguing content from Curios. Stay curious and see you next time.